We're gonna have a breakdown. We're just gonna get a lot of dots for the rest of the game. Dots it is. Me? Face justice. Surely you jest. You are in no position to force my hand, lawyer. Oh? Surely you haven't forgotten about the Defense Culpability Act. Those who would support criminals will be deemed just as guilty. In short, should I be convicted of murdering my husband, your dear brother, who delivered false testimony in my defense, shall also be found guilty. What? That can't be, can it?
By delivering false testimony in the cause of protecting a guilty party, he would certainly be judged by this court as having supported a criminal, and the Defense Culpability Act would most definitely come into play.
But that law is so broad that anyone could be convicted under it.
When it comes to the DC Act, even I am conflicted, and yet, as it currently stands, it is the law of the land. And as you said earlier, no one is above the law.
Of all the absurd things I've seen, this law really takes the cake. Now what? What can we even do at this point? You need not look so forlorn. Dirk has been cleared of all charges, so let us leave all thoughts of the real killer and revolution in the past, where it belongs. She wants to just let her off scot-free, and yet I don't see any other choice. We cannot yield to her here, Apollo. If it will move the revolution forward, I will gladly face the DC Act. Now do it! Accuse Queen Garan of the crime she has committed. But
such insolence!
What you speak of is not revolution. Our kingdom will not function without its sovereign. And Rafa cannot ascend to the throne, for she is as yet incapable of channeling spirits. Thus, to accuse me is to wish destruction upon our fair kingdom. You terrorist! Terrorist! If you would still insist on accusing me, then as ruling sovereign of Kurain, I proclaim the following. All who imperil the crown, no matter the reason, shall be subject to immediate execution upon the Queen's orders. What? Immediate execution? Do you still not comprehend? Then let me be clear, for the sake of this kingdom's future, and in accordance with the laws of Kurain, I command that you be put to death at once. What the? Isn't this going a bit too far? Why is the Grand Royal Guard? They were on standby in case of an attack by foolishly optimistic terrorists. Now, if you would continue to oppose me, the very embodiment of the law, then under my regal authority, you shall all be put to death.
Objection!
Oh, come on! This is insane! Even for you! You can't possibly get away with something like this. This is a court of law. You can't just order our execution without due process. Now look, Apollo, truth and due process are certainly important. Yeah, no question. Believe me, I'm on your page. But so is your life, so think before you speak again. But... Please, Apollo, do not make this any worse than it already is. I cannot lose you to the Twilight Realm too. What am I supposed to do? How do I win against an opponent that can rewrite the law as she sees fit? We're playing Calvinball over here. How can I ever bring her to justice? Is this really how it all ends? It is your life or your accusation, lawyer. You cannot hope for both. It is time to cease this insanity. What do? Should I accuse Queen Garan? I have to know. I have to know. I gotta know. J'accuse! I know what I have to do. Mr. Wright, you know that saying you're constantly reminding me and Athena of? The worst of times are when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles. You never fail to surprise me, Apollo. And Neuta, you know that creed we've known ever since we were kids? A dragon never yields. Apollo. They are not merely words. They are what's carried us this far. So now, it's time to honor these words and the memories of the ones who gave them to us. I couldn't agree with you more, Apollo. Those words are more important to me than you know. And if there's any time to remember them, it's now. It would seem, Apollo, that not one but two auspicious creatures dwell deep within you. A fierce dragon and a virtuous phoenix that shall shatter the clouds, hiding the heavens. I shall join you in your death-defying bluff. Does that mean you're gonna smile for us, Yuti? Because you gotta force your biggest smile, which would be any at this point. I think I finally understand what those words really mean, and the resolve they embody. Are you smiling even in the face of certain doom? Is there no end to your defiance? Unfortunately for you, no. I won't let fear or even the law force me to abandon the pursuit of truth. Because there is another saying in my country: the truth will set you free. Indeed, that is precisely what Dirk sought to do through this trial. He wished for us to break free from a certain despicable spider's immobilizing silk threads. We won't be intimidated by unjust laws or give in to fear. Abandoning the truth like that is just not a part of my playbook. There is only one path before us: revolution. The time to make Dirk's dream a reality is upon us. Your Eminence, if you are the law here in Kurain, then your very existence is wrong. Does your desperate bleating know no end? I know it's a bit late to ask, but, well, what's the plan here, by the way? Well, if Garan's gonna execute us on the spot, under the Defense Culpability Act, and the law itself derives its power from the authority of the crown, then there's only one thing to do. We dethrone her, right here, right now. Alright, but how? It's not like we have a lot of time to come up with a way to do it, either. I doubt she'll allow you to perform another cross-examination while we think. Don't worry, I'll come up with something. We'll be fine. We can't give up. Not now. We have to keep on fighting to the end. We can't allow these broken trials to go on. It's time to make things right. Laser brain! Let's go, everybody! If I accuse Garan, Nayuta will be subject to the Defense Culpability Act, which means he will be put to death in accordance with the law. So the only way out of this is to dethrone Garan right now. Could this be the key to dethroning Garan? Rafa, Maya's channeling ability, or the Founder's Orb? Could we actually summon the Holy Mother herself right here in court? Uh-oh! Things are getting interesting. Is the Founder's key the orb to revolution? Revolution. Dirk was convinced that the orb is the key to the revolution and Kurain's future. In light of Garan's obsession with the orb, it makes a large amount of sense. She probably doesn't want anyone using it to gain spiritual powers and rights to the throne. Inga definitely tried to do just that, but that's where it starts to fall apart. Inga couldn't have channeled the Founder, even after abducting Mrs. Fey. After all, he didn't know the Founder's name. Is that right? We have to find out her name. Yeah. Inga didn't know the Founder's name. Name. Oh! The name of the Founder is only known to those who become Queen. That means the only people who currently know her name are Garan and Amara. So even if someone else had the orb, they wouldn't be able to channel the Founder. So that begs the question, why is Garan so fixated on the orb? Okay, let's overthink this. Garan is obsessed with the orb because, she can't channel spirits. She actually is bluffing and having her sister pretend to channel for her. It's not a whim. She has no right to the throne because she can't channel Jack. That's why she's trying to get the orb. Garan wants spiritual power. Could it be? It's hard to believe, but if she wants spiritual power, does that mean Garan can't channel spirits? That would explain why she had Amara perform the rite of channeling. Is that why she let Amara live? To stand in for her when the time came to channel spirits? So if Garan can't channel spirits, she has no claim to the throne. Boop, 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 boop. Garan has no claim to the throne. We ain't threatening no crowns, because no crown gets to be on your head. Garan's Defense Culpability Act was established under the crown's authority, but if she has no claim to the throne, then the DC Act would immediately become null and void. No, not just the DC Act. All of the insane laws she's enacted will be swept away in one fell swoop. You claim the authority of the crown? You, of all people. That's a good one. Have you truly lost it, lawyer?
Indeed, I would have the defense explain himself at once.
It's easy, Your Majesty. Why is Queen Garan so obsessed with the Founder's orb? Why did she let Queen Amara live? And why was she having her mercifulness perform the rite of channeling in her place? The answers to these three questions point to a single conclusion. A fact that will shake this kingdom to its very core. I still do not follow, Apollo. Your Eminence, I have just one question for you, and please, be honest. You can't actually channel spirits, can you? What? You believe the Queen is not capable of communing with the dead?
The defense will explain himself at once.
In Kurain, the ability to channel spirits is an absolute requirement for a would-be queen. But, Your Eminence, if you were incapable of doing that, then you'd have no claim to the throne. Not only that, but every law you've passed would be rendered null and void. And you, the Grand Royal Guard. Ha! You seem to be rather enamored with the Queen's supposed spiritual power, but what if she had none? What if she were just an ordinary person, a pretender to the throne?
That's crazy talk. Impossible! Everyone knows the Holy Spirit Minions can become queen!
Such blasphemy! On what grounds do you make such a defamatory claim? Queen Garan, if you think I'm just out to defame you, then prove it! Prove it using this piece of evidence you want so badly. You know the name of the queen. You know what her face looks like. Show us the Holy Mother or get out. All the conditions for summoning the founder should be in place. With the orb, we know what the founder looks like. And as queen, you should know the founder's name. Now, if you would, Your Eminence, please show us the great spiritual power you bear as Grand Priestess of Kurain.
Oh, to witness Her Eminence's great power with our own eyes. The Holy Mother will appear before us. Oh, great miracle of miracles, wonder of wonder, miracle of miracles. Praise be Your Eminence. May your mighty spiritual power show us the way. Ordihara, Garan!
Enough! Enough, I say, you mindless cretins!
Your Eminence, can it be that you cannot?
No, I
want a lawyer. Summon one at once.
Objection!
Oh, we got a couple. Aren't you forgetting something? There aren't any lawyers left in Kurain. They're all right here. You can thank your Defense Culpability Act for that.
Your Eminence, please give us a glimpse of your magnificent spiritual power. Summon Her Holiness so she may guide us.
I have heard enough from you. Out of my sight, all of you! If you are truly capable of channeling spirits, then get on with it already, Your Eminence. You sneaky, underhanded wretch of a lawyer! That reminds me. You said something to this effect earlier. It is time to cease this insanity. Don't you feel stupid for saying that now? Doesn't that make you feel dumb because you're the insane one? You the one who's cray-cray? Indeed, of all the things she has said, I can think of nothing more ludicrous. Apollo, teach this deceitful, putrid queen a lesson she won't soon forget. Gladly, because it really is time to cease this insanity. Garan, your reign of terror ends here! Very well. Demonstrating my facility as a spirit medium is simple enough. Behold, the magnificent power to commune with the dead!
Oh, Your Eminence!
Are you just gonna do... O great spirit of the founder who dwells in the twilight realm, heed the secret covenant of the orb, and appear here before us.
Oh, here it comes! Any second now. What's wrong? Are you not feeling well?
Oh, spirit of the founder, grace us with your sacred presence. The time is now, I beseech you. Appear before us. Heed my call, founder, please. No, wait! I was just warming up! The rite actually starts from now. Look! I can't read that. Oh, holy mother! Oh, you got in the water. Now we have to get new holy water. It's so expensive to get new holy water.
Prosecutor Sadmody, how's Her Eminence?
It seems she now believes that she herself is the Holy Mother.
I see. But her attempted spirit channeling failed, did it not?
Sadly, she seems unable to accept the facts. I fear it will be quite a challenge to question her later.
And what, if I may ask, was her motive? I understand that she killed Minister Inga in order to prevent his coup d'etat. But what of her attempt to assassinate Queen Amara 23 years ago?
To become queen herself? Maybe she just craved power and attention. She likely developed a psychological complex from her inability to channel spirits. That is why she kept Queen Amara alive, to perform the rite of channeling for her. In that way, it would seem as if she had great spiritual power. In short, she built a cult of personality upon fear and lies. Then again, do not all tyrants? So then she never really intended to kill Amara, huh? What I don't understand is why Queen Amara even listened to Garan in the first place, especially 14 years ago, before Rafa was being held hostage. Why would she keep letting the people of Kurain think she was dead, while she kept quietly performing the rite of channeling for Garan? My mother is a gentle soul by nature, and loves her sister dearly. So when Garan told her to hide because Dirk was out to kill her, she believed it. What's more, she did not wish to tarnish the name of her beloved sister. That is why she acquiesced so obediently to Garan's request to keep channeling for her, until she fled with Dirk and was told the truth, that is. So that's what happened. And since Rafa was being held captive, I imagine Amara had no choice but to help cover up the truth behind Inga's murder. Yeah, living secretly as Rafa's servant, Nena. No doubt only deepened her love for her daughter. She'd do anything to keep her safe. All the more reason to hide the painful truth from her.
Well, that was the case for the ages. Prosecutor Sadmody has been cleared of all suspicion in the murder of Minister Inga, as has Mr. Dirk Sadmody in the assassination attempt on Queen Amara. Now then, I think it is high time I handed down my verdict on Dirk and Nayuta Sadmody. Not guilty.
Butterflies in the court. That trial wasn't short. It just went on, and now we play this song, the butterfly song. And there's nobody over there! Dirk, I hope you're watching. I proved your innocence. Nayuta's smiling again. And that revolution you've always dreamed of is finally happening.
With this, may I finally say, this court is adjourned.
Well, denouement time. Let's wrap it up. Way to go, Apollo! I was on the edge of my seat when those guards stormed the courtroom. That was a shocker, all right. Can't imagine anything like that happening back home. I know, right? I was ready to go on down there and teach them a lesson myself. Really? I was barely able to hold her back. Hold me back? You were about to go ballistic after a while there, Athena. Yeah, well, I was thinking about helping you smack a few of them down, to be honest. Remind me to never say or do anything to deserve a Maya Athena double suplex, because I will die. I will be the dead. You did a fine job out there today, Apollo. Thanks for all the great advice, Mr. Wright. No, it was all you. That perseverance and never-say-die attitude you showed was impressive. I actually learned a thing or two myself, because I was about to bail and bail hard. What? From me? That's a laugh. There were any number of times where I wouldn't have blamed you for giving up. But you stuck it out to the end and came away triumphant. By sheer force of will and inner strength, forged in countless trials, you overcame the most desperate and hopeless situation I've ever seen. I don't know about all that. I mean it. You've really come a long way, Apollo. I have nothing but respect for your abilities as an attorney. Really? Aren't you exaggerating just a bit, Mr. Wright? You did it, Apollo. You finally won his seal of approval. But what about me, Nick? My channeling's come a long way too, huh? After all, I was deemed worthy enough to be used in 2 major crimes already. Yeah, and 2 major chances for me to become someone for you to channel next. Honestly, I couldn't have done this without the support of each and every person here. Mr. Wright, Athena, Nayuda, and of course, Dirk. That's pretty cool, Polly. Oh, Trussy's here. Trucy? Trucy, what are you doing here? It's magic! I bought a plane ticket. I used all of our money. We don't have any money anymore, but I'm here. I'm afraid she employed the old let's stow away in Mr. Edgeworth's suitcase trick. What? Though it certainly explained why my suitcase was so heavy. Tell me you at least noticed it was heavier than usual? Trucy? Do you even have a passport? Nope, I can't go home. Oh. My magic panties are an extra dimensional space. It's like a mini universe in there. I could produce a passport at the drop of my hat. Let me just begin forging one. Hold on, this might take... right. Maybe some things in this world are better left a mystery. Hornhead, barbed head. I am forever in your debt for what you've accomplished in this Hall of Justice. Without your presence, I may have never changed as I have this day. It's pathetic, I know. That's where you're wrong, your benevolence. It was you who changed yourself. Only you could choose to defy Garan. And that decision was yours, and yours alone. That's right. All we did was present you with an opportunity. And you made use of it with gusto. This victory is yours, your benevolence. You should be proud of yourself. I see. So, I am worthy of my title after all. Ha! I shall work to heal our kingdom so that it may know peace and prosperity. Once more. She sure bounced back quick. So, your benevolence, I take it you learned the truth of your origins. That you were the daughter of Dirk and Queen Amara. Yes, my mother, Her Eminence, told me. She said it was a part of my disciplining. If you can call it that. Sounds more like blackmail. Keep quiet or I'll tell everyone you're the daughter of a criminal. My mother was so insufferable. Or should I say, my former mother. Sounds like there was no love lost there. But you cleared Dirk's name. My true father will no longer be known as a criminal. Therefore, I have nothing more to fear. So what's next for the kingdom of Khurain? You lost your queen, so... Her benevolence, Princess Rhaefa, will ascend to the throne. Ah. Nayuda. But she can't channel spirits yet, right? Indeed, which is why I will act as regent on her behalf. Until the day she comes into her own. Yes, your help will be greatly appreciated, Prosecutor Big brother. Is she gonna say what I think she is? What are you looking at, you horn-headed nincompoop? Ouch! In any event, I will be assisted by Nayuta and Queen Amara for the time being. Queen Amara? Our country offers counsel to the rulers of neighboring kingdoms through channeling. It is a duty I intend to fulfill myself one day. But for now, I will have Queen Amara assist me in that capacity. So then, she's gonna be alright? Yes, it seems the bullet went straight through her without doing any serious damage. That's a relief. Man, what was her backup plan? If Amara had died, there would have been no one to channel and she would have been found out, like, really quickly. The next time somebody came by, it would have just all fallen apart.
You did it, AJ! Thanks to you, Bert, Dirk, and Nayuta, beat the charges against him. And you got the revolution rolling to boot.
The revolution? Dirk. I guess you were right to believe in me after all.
Yes, sir. There's gonna be some major changes around here. The legal system's gonna return to its rightful state, like how Dirk always wanted. And the name of Apollo Justice will go down in Kuraine's history.
Yeah, right. Oh, Nayuta, before I forget, there was something I wanted to give you before I head back home. You wish to give me something? Yes, as Dirk's birth son, I think you should have this. My attorney's badge, I'm keeping his. Bye, peace out. No, you should have... Take that! His. This is Dirk's. I have to get back to the States. And I know you're a prosecutor and all. But, as the man that's gonna change Kurain, it's only right that you have it. To change Kurain. Yeah, in Dirk's place. Apollo, I am afraid I must refuse your gift. What? Why? There is something I would like to show you. Huh? What's this all of a sudden? Mr. Wright, won't you and your friends please join us? Oh, sure. What's going on in the secret hideout? So why'd you bring us here, Nayuta? Apollo, I want you to stay here, in Kurain. What? But why? We have lost our queen, and our kingdom stands at a crossroads. Most of all, we will need to rebuild our entire legal system. Naturally, that includes the reintroduction of lawyers to the court. Wait, you're not asking me to... Yes, I want you to take over this law office. With you as a lawyer and me as a prosecutor, we shall rebuild Kurain's legal system from the ground up. You want me to help you rebuild the legal system? There's a lot to take in. Apollo, I cannot do this without you. As a lawyer, you are Dirk's spiritual heir. And having studied in America, your legal knowledge will be indispensable. This is way out of my league. The revolution is still in its infancy, but it was Dirk's dream to restore the legal system to its rightful state. Will you not help me realize that dream?
Come on, AJ. You know it's what Dirk would have wanted. Let's do it together.
You must be taken aback by my sudden request, but please, give it some thought. Of course. I'm honored that you've asked. Still, I have my job back at the Write Anything agency to consider, too. Don't you worry about that, Apollo. Besides, this is something only you can do. Something only I can do. I mean, to be completely honest, our office would be a bit short on firepower without you around, but hey. Mr. Wright. Actually, I'm sorry, but I can't get on board with this. Athena? I mean, There's still so much I want to learn from you, Apollo. That's right. It won't be the same without you. And everyone back home would really miss you, too. There's no way I can agree to this. Still, if you really wanted to stay... Yeah, Athena's right. It won't be easy, but...
Athena, Trucy. Apollo, no one but you can make this decision. Know that I will not question whatever choice you make. Our flight leaves tomorrow morning, Apollo. Think you can make up your mind by then? I'll try. Talk about a difficult decision. Should I go back to the U.S. and continue working at the Right Anything Agency? Or should I stay in Kurain and help Nayu to rebuild the legal system? What's the right thing for me to do?
That's a hard one. The bus to the airport will be here any minute. I wonder where Apollo is. Do you think he decided to stay here? In Kurain?
I bet he was up all night thinking. This is a life-changing decision after all. But whatever he decides, I'll have to accept it.
I guess this means no more courtroom battles alongside him.
Hey, guys!
I'd know that booming voice anywhere.
Phew, I made it.
Apollo, you're here! Does this mean you're coming home with us?
Well, about that.
Mr. Wright!
Yes?
I've made up my mind.
Here it is. The moment of truth.
I still have so many things to learn from you. But
I've decided to stay in Kurain.
You're staying? But...
I feel like I have to pick up where Dirk left off. I can't let a sacrifice go to waste. I see. Plus, I want to teach others everything you've taught me about being a lawyer, Mr. Wright. Apollo! Dirk's roadmap for the future. And your teachings. I believe that these two things will save the people of this kingdom from further unrest. I want to do this.
no, I have to do this.
Apollo. I've never felt prouder. Proud to have had such an amazing attorney working under me. But
someday, I'll return to the U.S. Once the new legal system here is firmly in place, I'll be back. Scout's honor.
Will we really see you again, Apollo?
you bet. Not that I have any idea how long it'll be. But I promise you this, everyone. I'll keep on learning and growing.
And I'll come back to the U.S. And I'll come back to the U.S. an even better lawyer. So don't you forget about me.
Of course you won't, Apollo. There will always be a spot waiting for you back at the office. In the meantime, we'll be rooting for you.
So knock 'em dead. You got it, Mr. Wright.
I'm gonna miss you, Polly. But if this is it, then I'm going to support your choice. All the way.
Thanks, Juicy. Good luck with your magic act. I know you'll do Troop Gramarye proud.
I'll be
cheering for you too, Apollo. But don't think you're the only one with room to grow. The next time we meet, you probably won't even recognize me. In other words, game on. You bet, and I'm gonna win. I'm gonna miss you too, Apollo, but I can't wait to see where your new adventure will take you. Well, there's our bus. I guess this is it, Apollo. I'll never forget everything you've done for me, Mr. Wright. I don't know how I'll ever repay you. Here's to seeing you back in the U.S. again, someday. Until then, you know where to find me. The legacy of those who came before us. Is handed down from parent to child. And from mentor to disciple. We must never stall or stagnate, but continue to grow and change. All that we've been taught, the beliefs and convictions that have been passed down to us, we must continue to nurture them so we, in turn, can pass them on to the next generation.
Are you really sure you're okay with him staying, boss?
Uh-huh. I always figured he'd leave the nest someday.
Please get this child. Please get this child off my arm. Please.
Oh, I think they're almost here.
Just a little. Got it. Huh?
Albie!
Why don't we go and check it out, AJ?
I'm the queen. I'm the queen. Me. I'm the queen. Yes. Hello. Use the Force, Apollo. Use the Force. It's me, your dad. Your Daddy Dirk. I'm a butterfly now, yes. A beautiful butterfly. Well, that was Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Spirit of Justice. We finished the primary case. Go on, Mr. Hat, introduce yourself.
I'm the amazing Mr. Hat. Nice to meet you. I wanted to take this opportunity to announce my solo debut.
It seems Mr. Hat doesn't want Apollo to leave him in the dust.
We're fierce rivals, you know. I can't let him hog the spotlight.
It's not the same without Polly, is it?
Yeah, I kind of miss him too.
I know, we should go visit him in Kurain. DLC will be coming. That'll happen next, not tonight, obviously. After seeing Mr. Justice in action, I got to thinking, what can I do for Kurain? Then it came to me. Tourism, that's what. I'll develop Kurain's tourism industry and bring in more visitors. I'll roll out the night tour, center on the Founder's Orb. Ooh, and make a museum dedicated to the Defiant Dragons. Boy, the ideas just keep on coming. We're gonna get to see everybody, I guess. I want to congratulate you on becoming a forensic investigator, Detective Sky.
Thank you, but Prosecutor Samadi says he has need of me, so starting tomorrow I'll be working in Kurain for a while.
Look at it this way, it's sure to be an educational experience.
True, plus I can't let that kid show me up either. I'll see what I can do for Kurain's revolution.
Well, challenges have a way of helping people grow. I look forward to our next investigation upon your return. These are a little fast. I'm having to kind of zip through to get it on time.
Darn it! forehead face, ever since he revealed the secret behind that teleportation trick, show requests have totally dried up. We'll be out on the street if we don't find some work soon. Maybe we should take Juicy up on her offer. She said we could make her debut as magicians at the right ending agency. Shut up, I'm gonna show her up someday and on my own terms. Nothing fires you up like a bitter rivalry, huh?
Kareemism is just like this child right now, full of life and limitless possibilities. I have faith that Dirk and my darling Truce will watch over them both.
Har, 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 have no fear. We'll see Dirk's legacy through to the end. And just for Junior there, here's the secret to being a man among men. Behold the dat's pose. Wah, wah.
Oh, it sounds like little Kitty is saying no.
Har, har, come on, little guy, don't be shy.
She was pregnant. She finally gave birth. I will do the Asinine Attorney, just not tonight. Next time, I'll probably do the Asinine Attorneys.
I've been pulling double duty ever since Paul left, but that's okay. I'm gonna make Simon recognize me for less lighter than I am. She's breaking in her boots! Switch it! I can do it, and I will! Mr. I will be calling me his right-hand woman before you know it! Let's do this!
Bucky, how dare you deliver my order in such a sorry state?
Don't be mad, Simon. There was a huge party at my shop yesterday, but all she do tastes fine. Here, try some.
Don't barf in my you great big pillock. I've just lost my appetite because of you. It's hard to find good help these days. Wouldn't you say, old chum? That trial the other day really inspired me. I've even created a Rakugo routine based on Shisho's case.
It's a mystery story that'll keep flipping the audience's thinking on its head. It's called The Scary Udon Noodle.
You're giving away too much in the title. Keeping the Tornado School going is our way of paying penance and repaying our debt to Shisho, and that includes Rakugo training for that kid, Owen.
With my newfound mobility, even ancient ruins and their fancy schmancy tomb-raider traps are no match for me. Fire!
The university where my father worked is letting me help with a dig. One day, I'll discover an unknown ancient civilization dedicated to him.
I'll also be going on a dig to Kurain soon. That private justice better not be slacking off.
What are we asking? What are we talking about? I'm getting Will-pied over here.
I'm gonna be super busy now that I'm the head of the Fey clan. Don't worry, Mystic Maya. I'll do whatever I can to help. Thanks, Pearly. Our first order of business will be revolutionize Kurain Village. Oh, I have an idea. How about opening a store where we can buy new outfits like the city girls wear? Well, look who's all grown up now. But I think there are a few more pressing matters to take care of first. Yeah, you're right. I guess it'll be a while before I get my revolutionary makeover.
Mother, now that you have stopped being Nana, I want a new Nana.
I wonder if there'll be anyone willing to serve you in that capacity. You are quite a handful after all. I am? With a simple wave of your hand, you would have your attire changed, meals prepared, and even your teeth brushed.
To think I put such an undue burden upon you, a grand caprice of Kurain. Fear not, Rafa. You will have plenty of time in which to make amends.
Perhaps you could start with one of your famous shoulder rubs.
It's always a fun workout at the end of these. Make sure I remember how they all go. Her benevolence has taken to calling me Braidhead. Even worse, she trembles and her face turns red when she speaks to me. What have I done to deserve such animosity? While it's true I am merciless within the Hall of Justice, to be given such a dismissive name is entirely uncalled for. Oh, what am I to do? Perhaps I shall consult Apollo about this.
Sorry, you're just Braidhead forever now. Sorry, Braidhead. Crazy braid. Braid sticks. Free braid sticks. We done? Oh, hey, Phoenix. How's he doing, Mr. Wright? Great. He's a respectable lawyer in his own right. He even has his own practice called Justice Law Offices.
Thank you. This wouldn't have been possible without you.
Oh, before I forget, made a copy of this photo for you.
A photo? Oh. Jove. It is so good to see him again.
Don't you think it's about time we told them the truth? After all, they've both grown into fine young people now.
Yes, you're right. Perhaps it's about time they knew.
Now we just get to watch her dance, I guess, while that's going on. Have they announced an AA7 for sure yet? I mean, it seems inevitable. A lot of spoilers in these credits. Pretty neat, though. So, while the credits are going, I should probably just mention that next Monday I'm probably going to be doing the Ask 9 Attorney. And then on Thursday, I will probably do some of the DLC. I'm not sure if the DLC will take more than one evening. If it is, then I'll just spread that out normally. But otherwise, I'm going to be moving on to Paper Mario, which I've recorded some of, and I'm going to start posting that up soon. Depends on when you watch the credits, I suppose. But I'd also like to play some other games as well, if people have any suggestions for particular things they'd like to see, or any new things they know that are coming out. I know Civ 6 just dropped, but that's kind of an odd one for Let's Playing, I think. It's kind of a long-form, odd game to watch. Hey, I finally made it into the credits! Yeah, I'm not going to stop yet, but while it's going, I thought we would have our conversation. Is the DLC that long? Then it might be a few more streams then, that's fine. Yeah, we're gonna do all of those. So we're not done with this game yet, but that animation of her going, ah, only got played once. I was expecting it to come up again. Maybe Aviary Attorney. I might slide that into a mix. I'd kind of like to try a different genre and then come back to some more stuff like this. But yeah, that one's on my radar. I actually have a copy of the Miles Edwards Investigations and I haven't played it, so that might also show up at some point. Uh-oh, okay, coming up at the end. Dear Mr. Wright, I can't believe it's already been a few months since I decided to stay. I'm sorry I haven't been good about keeping in touch, but things have been really hectic. Rebuilding a legal system I'm not yet familiar with has been a real challenge. But I will say, it's given me plenty of work to keep me busy.
Have you not given the autopsy report even a cursory glance, Mr. Justice?
It's just, I have 15 clients on my plate right now. Though I probably shouldn't have accepted all 15 at the same time. Oh, please. Are you going to help me rebuild Crane's legal system or not? If you are, we need to move through this case backlog faster. yeah, I know. But, Besides, those 15 are only the beginning. There are 10 more awaiting your services. Huh?
I too have friends and acquaintances seeking legal representation. And being that you are the only lawyer in the country, I told them all to contact you. I estimate you will add about 16 clients to your caseload.
Huh? No, wait, just 1 minute. I've been handing out advertisements for your new office. They read, from legal advice to investigating extramarital affairs, even yak milking. For a limited time only. These services and more are free, down at Justice Law offices. What? Free, but I gotta, what? I've already received requests from 380 new clients. I'm gonna have to say something, aren't I? I trust you did your cords of steel exercises this morning. Well, go on. There's no need to hold back.
Ha ha ha! Now that you mention it, we have yet to hear you shout today.
Yes, and I have grown quite drowsy from these tedious proceedings. I could use a loud something to wake me up. Do not disappoint me, hornhead. There's really only one thing to say at a time like this. It's a word I've said countless times in my career, but one I'll never tire of. Objection!
Objection!
That's the it. That's the end of it. End it of it. Thanks for watching, everybody! Illustrations, anime cutscenes, galleries have been unlocked. I can check those out at the DLC. Yada, yada, yada. Next time, everybody, we're gonna be doing this DLC times. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't by now. That's gonna be it. Bye-bye.